Day! Cost of living crisis, we won't pay! May Day, May Day, May Day! Cost of living crisis, we won't pay! We need better wages. We need safe conditions at work. We need people to join the trade union. We've had a lot of struggles. We've had a big fight here in the 1980s, supporting the miners on a heroic battle against the brutal Thatcher government. Today, those mining communities have been devastated, and many people live in poverty and destitution in the villages across South Yorkshire as a result of the Tories' actions. We're not prepared to let that happen again. We're going to stand by communities that are under threat. We're going to stand by our Black, Asian and ethnic communities who are facing racism on a daily basis. We're going to stand up to this government which is bringing in new laws, attacking our rights and attacking the very nationality and legal status of immigrants to this country. And now they're talking about a horrific plan to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda, a dictatorship where human rights are absolutely appalling. We will not offshore our asylum seekers coming here for refuge and safety.
The workers united will never be defeated.
The workers united
will never be defeated. The workers united will never be defeated.
Walking too quickly your side, Andy.
That's a good problem to have though, when you've got that, isn't it?
One solution, revolution. One solution, revolution.
We don't want the minimum wage. We want £15 an hour. We don't want 0 hours contracts. We want proper regular shifts. We want to negotiate our terms and conditions with a proper collective bargaining agreement. And trade union branches in this city have put in money to help to put Jesse Palmer on the street for us. So I want to give you Jesse Palmer. Please give him a very, very big welcome. Jesse Palmer.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's fantastic to be surrounded by so many comrades on International Workers' Day today. My name is Jesse Palmer, as mine's already said. I'm the organiser for Sheffield Needs a Pay Rise. Some of you may know it as SNAP as well. Sheffield Needs a Pay Rise is a campaign run by the BFAWU and the Sheffield TUC that aims to build power in workplaces that traditionally have never seen trade union activity. I've come from working in a pub in Brighton, taking inspiration from McDonald's workers in 2017 who went on strike, and organising with my co-workers to fight back against our terrible conditions. In 2018, we organised the first strike in Wetherspoon's history. We won massive concessions from a company that wouldn't even recognise a trade union. That day showed that when we come together, when we use our collective power, there is nothing that cannot be won. Sheffield Needs a Pay Rise has learnt from this struggle and so many more. Its goal is simple: to build organisations across many workplaces, identifying worker leaders and issues that everybody is facing and moving these workers to take action. This organising method has seen huge success across the city during the era of COVID. Wins in Papa John's, McDonald's and KFC are just a few of these. But on top of this, we're raising the profile of trade unionism once again. It's all too common for me to speak to somebody at their workplace in their home and to be told they don't belong to a union, that they've never even heard of a union. This level of disconnect within the industries that I've seen, with the young workers that I've spoken to, has to be fought hard and constant. And with the support of Sheffield TUC, of everyone here today, this is a fight that's going to be won.
So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face the international harlot unites the human race.
An Arab-Palestinian, I am very proud to be part of the fight against one of the instruments of this capitalist, vicious regime, and that is Israel. I don't fight against Israel just because I'm a Palestinian. I fight against Israel because it's a racist state. It's a state which makes sure that the policies of the big capitalist countries are implemented in the Middle East, in the Arab world. So that's why I am part of the fight against Israel. Not only because of its oppression against the Palestinians, it's because of how it represents the dirty cup of the American regime, of the British government, which is shamefully colluding with Israel to oppress the Palestinians.
Dear friends and comrades, I would like to thank you for organizing committee, CIMAC, trade unions, for organizing this great march. We have been celebrating May Day for 136 years. It's a day that all the workers, laborers, and what their language, religion, skin color, they came together to celebrate the May Day. Today, hearts of the workers around the world beat together for equality, better rights. May Day for Kurdish people has been a resistance against better workers' rights, for a better world, equality, and hope to be recognized. We are here as a Kurdish people to unite with other workers around the world. The Kurdish struggle has been for 100 years in the Middle East. Brutally divided between 4 countries: Iraq, Turkey, Iran, and Syria. As all Kurdish people are united, they all struggle at the same thing, to be recognized. And now, in the south of Kurdistan, fascist Turkish state has been bombing with 100 jets all the Kurdish villages, civilians, and over the Kurdish freedom fighters who fought ISIS and got the victory in the Rojava.
The beauty of all of this is that we've got everything that we could possibly want in terms of culture, languages, and let me just say on languages, if you listen to the Daily Mail, if you have a class with 27 different languages, they deride it, I tell you. It is something of beauty to have children that are able to speak virtually every language in the world. So I say we rejoice the fact that we've got so many languages. And if I had the chance to learn another 5, I'd be delighted. But this morning, I caught up with a piece in Al Jazeera. And I learned Derek Chauvin, the murderer of George Floyd, is appealing. He's appealing his sentence of 22 years, which I didn't think was enough personally. He's appealing on the basis that whilst his trial was on, people were protesting. Black Lives Matter protesters were protesting, for God's sake.
The Kurdish people are not a threat. We don't threat. We are here always. We do peaceful demonstrations around the UK. There is 400,000 Kurdish people in the UK. We do demonstrate all the time, and there is always peaceful demonstrations. Unless we believe there is a democracy here, we should not be attacked by the police, by the Turkish government. The Kurdish, the flag, the PKK flag, the PKK has been listed as a terrorist organization. There is no threat to the UK government. There has never been. This been brutally and unfairly been delisted. We would like to get your all trade union support to remove delete the PKK from this organization and then start a peaceful democracy in the Middle East.
To try and get people from different ethnic backgrounds to join the police, because we want people to join the police, and we don't want it to be a black and white thing or a different ethnicity based thing, because it isn't. And unfortunately, at the moment, the majority of people that we do have, because the majority of people are in the police, tend to be white males, you know, and I don't want that, because I want people to come and represent the community, because it helps me as well. Right, and what happens is that we speak to somebody, try and ascertain the details, and that's all they were trying to do. But again, he was like, I'm leaving, and it's like, well, no, we need to speak to you. And at the point where he tried to walk off was at the point where the officers had then had to detain him. Right? Now, it's difficult, because it's difficult to talk about it, because obviously at the moment that gentleman's been investigated for an offence. Whether that offence goes anywhere, it's nothing to do with us, it's the CPS. All we do is just interview, and then it's up to CPS to make that decision. Right? The fact is that under Section 13 of the Terrorism Act is the offence to which